Today's First Alert afternoon weather update is brought to you by Lockhart Roofing.
Happy Wednesday afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here live from the First Alert digital desk for your 2 p.m. weather live stream. I want to thank everyone for joining me here today. As always, you can head over to our Facebook page at WNEM TV5 News. I'll try to answer questions live as they get sent over in the chat on our Facebook page. I tried to answer them all, but sometimes I do miss out on some of those questions, so I apologize in advance for that if I do miss out on a question you ask us. But I want to thank everyone for joining me here today. We take a look outside to start off today's stream. This is Birch Run. This camera showing some light clouds out there, but the sun trying to shine and actually dry all across the state right now. Just zooming out across the state, we'll start off down to the south into downtown Detroit, where you see a very similar really picture in the sky with just some light clouds, but otherwise seeing plenty of sunshine here as we get through this early Wednesday afternoon. And then up to the north, it's more of the same. If you're looking at the Mackinac Bridge right now, you're just seeing those light clouds, maybe a little bit more of that light cloud coverage in our northern areas, including the Mackinac Bridge. But again, otherwise a pretty nice sunny day, really nice conditions all across the region. Now, taking a look at our sky tracker shows that there is some heavier clouds to our northern portions of the lower peninsula. Cloud cover just moving in, maybe even some light rain being picked up by radar. But if you are traveling north today and you are seeing some rain, it is very light. If anything is falling to the ground right now, it's just going to be this light cloud cover that continues to roll in ahead of a cold front that is going to bring us more rain chances over the next couple of days. So if you're looking for some rain, you may get some tomorrow. It doesn't look to be too long term, but I think it's going to be enough that you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and see some of that rain. Now, temperatures across the region are sitting mostly in the mid to lower 70s. You have areas like Lapeer at 73, Flint at 70, Saginaw at 73. You also have Standish at 76, Gladwin and Clare both at 76. Those areas are leading the way across the region in terms of temperatures. You also have a few lower 70s, Port Hope at 70, Harbor Beach at 70, and Port Sanilac also at 69. So shoreline cities just a little bit cooler right now as we head through the rest of our Wednesday. Now, looking at our highs, we're sitting right where we should be for our anticipated highs for today. It's those mid 70s. A few other areas have a few more degrees to go through the day. Some other cities you probably have already reached your highs for today. So definitely a nice one. I've been outside really a few hours ago and it was pretty nice. I know there's been a lot of people saying they're really enjoying these mid 70s. I think it's a good spot. I know some would like it a little bit warmer, would hope we'd be maybe in the 80s. But I think 70 is a good spot, especially to get outdoors and just enjoy the nice weather that we've been seeing here over the last couple of days. And then another good relief that we're seeing is dew points aren't very high. They're sitting mostly in the 40s. So not feeling that stickiness, not feeling that humidity that maybe we felt a few weeks ago when we had dew points in the 70s. So that's a good relief. It's usually something we see when we get to this time of year. We start to see those cooler air move itself in from the north. It's usually a little bit drier. So it drops our dew points, gives us a lot better of a feeling as you're getting out and about for your afternoon activities. Now, winds, they are mostly sitting out of the west, a little breezy at times, not going to count that out. Right around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Our heaviest winds are around the Freeland area at 15 miles per hour there at the airport. You have Caseville at 15 miles per hour, and then lots of lower teens being spotted in those winds. So definitely going to be breezy at times. You may catch a wind gust up to 20 miles per hour. Winds will definitely pick up as we get through the next couple of days, especially tomorrow as that cold front starts to roll in, but still sitting relatively calm right now. I know it got a little breezy over the previous weekend, so that may have ruined it for some, but otherwise have stayed pretty calm. Now, taking a look at the rest of our afternoon here at our afternoon planner, looks to be a pretty nice rest of your day. You're going to be looking at 70s through about, I'd say, 8 to 9 p.m. That's where we'll see that drop into the 60s. Obviously, you have sunset around that time, so that ends up helping us cool off once we lose that sun. And then for a majority of the night, up to about, or not a majority of the night, I should say, up to about 1 a.m. is where we're going to have the best picture of seeing partly cloudy skies. There will be some areas through about midnight you see increased cloud cover. That's when we could start to see our first signs of rain with that cold front that moves through tonight into tomorrow morning, bringing us some more rain chances. Now, quickly want to preview the next couple of days as we head into Labor Day. Just a second, having some issues here. Oh, there it goes on my end. I think you probably could have seen it there on our platforms, but Labor Day weekend obviously looking to be pretty good here. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s as we head into the weekend. Obviously a cooler start to the weekend, but we're staying dry. Our next rain chance, again, looks to be tomorrow, and then we hold on to drier conditions over the next couple of days. So quickly, going to take a break here. Once we come back from the break, I'm going to take a look at some of the football forecasts that we got going on. Obviously, week 0 was the previous weekend for college football, but we have high school football starting this week. We have some of the local college teams' first games of the season starting up as early as tomorrow. So obviously, we'll have a forecast for that. We'll have much more on the next couple of days and maybe the next couple of weeks of weather. Make sure you stay right where you're at to keep an eye on it. Welcome back, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here live for our Tuesday or Wednesday. Man, I forgot what day it was. Wednesday, 2 p.m. weather live stream. As always, you can catch us here at 2 p.m. You can catch us on our Facebook page and YouTube page at WNEM TV5 News. You can head over to our website, WNEM.com/live streams to catch any of our streams that we have going on as we get here over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, you can head over to Roku TV, Apple TV, and any of those other streaming platforms to watch our streams. And if you wanted to tune in to some more of our content, we do have a Friday Night Lights kickoff show, 7:30 tonight. Obviously, our high school football games, they are starting for Thursday, so Friday Night Lights can be a little bit tricky. There are some games on Friday, though. But speaking of football, our first game of the season, at least in the area, that's college. Saginaw Valley State has their kickoff at 6 p.m. tomorrow as they play Northeastern State, a school out of Oklahoma. They're the Riverhawks. But game number 1 for Saginaw Valley State tomorrow, you may have some light rain at kickoff, but it's not going to be all game. You should start to dry out pretty quickly there around kickoff time for our rain chances tomorrow. Be dealing with the northeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour and temperatures in the mid-60s. So definitely going to see some sweatshirts out there for our first Saginaw Valley State game tomorrow afternoon. Then we start to get off the Friday Night Lights game, week 1. Again, many of the games, first kickoff, 7 p.m. Make sure you check your local game, though. Some games are a little bit earlier. Some kickoffs are at 6 p.m. There's a few games that are earlier. Some of the bigger games, I know there's one down in Metro Detroit, a few games that are at 4 p.m. So just make sure you're checking your local kickoffs, but a majority of kickoffs for Friday Night Lights, for Thursday edition of Friday Night Lights, is 7 p.m. Again, you may catch a stray shower at the start of the game, but it's a very small chance. Otherwise, we should stay dry for the remainder of your game. Temperatures in the lower 60s to the upper 50s by the end of the game. Again, that northeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. So If you are someone that's getting out there, I'd bring the umbrella if you can bring it into the game. Bring a towel to wipe off seats because they most likely will be wet from the rain we get earlier in the day. Bring a poncho if you're someone that has that. Again, just be prepared if you're going to be out at any of the football games, whether that's college or high school tomorrow, to just have a quick rain chance. Move in and move out. You should be dry for a majority of the day, or the game, I should say, as that rain chance starts to move out. Then I'm going to take a look at some of the other games. Michigan State at home versus Western. So obviously the Broncos heading from Kalamazoo over to East Lansing. Kickoff time is Friday at 7 p.m. there in Spartan Stadium. Looks to be a pretty nice day. It is on the cooler side. It is fall-like for our Friday. So anyone that's heading down to East Lansing for Michigan State, you should have a pretty nice game there. Temperatures at kickoff right around the mid-60s, dropping to the lower 60s. Then by the end of the game, as you're heading home, celebrating maybe a Michigan State win, or what should be a Michigan State win, is going to be into the mid-50s. So definitely on the cooler side. Again, you're going to be seeing lots of sweatshirts there for Michigan State. Then we also have University of Michigan football versus New Mexico. The Lobos are in town traveling cross country. Kickoff is 7:30 on Saturday there at the Big House. Looks to be another nice day. Temperatures maybe a little bit warmer than Friday at kickoff in the upper 60s, but pretty much will drop very similar to the mid to upper 50s by the end of the game. You'll be looking at a north wind right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Obviously, Central their away at San Jose State, facing the Spartans there on Friday night. That's at 10:30. And then you're also looking at Eastern Michigan. They're in Texas versus the Bobcats of Texas State. That's actually Saturday at 8 p.m. So obviously, college football starting this weekend, starting as early as tomorrow. We got some games, and then obviously Saginaw Valley State, they're starting tomorrow. So hopefully if you're going to be out there for those games, you're enjoying the weather. It is pretty fall-like. It's going to feel like football weather here for the first week of football. Now, taking a look at our cloud cover for tomorrow. And again, you have those rain chances as you're waking up. Again, we have a cold front that is going to move through the state. That's going to bring us rain chances starting as early as, I think, probably 3 to 4 a.m. in our northern counties, and just move across the state, bringing rain chances up to about 2 p.m. After that, we actually do look to clear off just a little bit. Again, there's still going to be some spotty showers. We're not going to count that out through tomorrow afternoon, but by 6 to 7 p.m., you actually may start to see that sun trying to shine right before sunset, and then really start to clear off as we get to sunset. So if you're looking for some drier conditions, you're definitely going to get that through tomorrow afternoon. Now, in terms of lows for tonight, we're going to be sitting in that range of the 50s. We've continued this streak. It is warmer than what we had last night. This morning, we had areas around Roscommon County, around West Branch, that were getting closer to the 30s. So definitely warmer tonight into tomorrow morning with those 50s. And that may end up continuing to be the trend as we get through the rest of our week into our weekend. And we typically see that. You start to see those warmer days, you get those warmer nights. You'll see most likely 50s and 60s through the rest of our week into our weekend. Then highs for our Thursday, well, those are going to be back in the upper 60s. There will be some lower 70s. You have Gladwin, Midland, and then those cities along the 127 corridor from Clare to Elma in the lower 70s. So definitely below average. Average is in the upper 70s for this time of year, but definitely more fall-like, that cold front helping cool us off a little bit more compared to what we have for today and what we have for Friday into the weekend. Again, we're going to be warming back up into the 70s as we head through Saturday and Sunday. Now, just looking at our hour by hour as we get closer to the end of the day, does show some light rain to our far northern counties could be possible. I think it's a very small chance, though. It's just going to be a mix of cloud cover in and out through the rest of the day. It's into tonight. By about 2 a.m. is when that cold front really does start to show itself for our counties to the north, Roscommon County being included there. And then that cold front continues to move south, bringing continuous rain chances across much of the mid-Michigan area. This is 6 a.m., reaching Gladwin, reaching Standish, Clare, then just a little bit beyond that, 8 a.m. here tomorrow morning, reaching Bay City, Saginaw, down to Chesaning and Owasso, before it finally moves out by about midday. Now, there could still be some timing questions. Models have tried to push it back a little bit farther, maybe into about midday to 1 p.m. So we'll see how things play out with the cold front. But I think most of your rain chances are going to be early in the morning from right around 8 a.m. to about midday. So don't be surprised by that rain as you're waking up tomorrow morning. And then as we get into the afternoon, again, could see some spotty showers wanting to develop. Pretty similar to what we saw yesterday, what we had for Monday as well, where you just get a spotty shower, it develops, it gives you rain for 2 to 5 minutes, then it moves out, you're dry for the rest of the day after that early rain chance. Now, as we head into Friday, we really continue to stay dry. It's going to be a mix of sun and clouds throughout a majority of your day. So really get to enjoy that drier weather as we get into Friday. Now, in terms of rain totals, I will say so far, and actually let me fix this real quick so you can see those totals. So far, models don't have it as this sort of heavy rain event. It really up to about 0.2 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch in some areas of rain at most. So it's not going to help really end drought. It's not really going to be that helpful of a rain, but it's going to be some rain that we do get as we head through Thursday with this cold front. I think our highest rain totals are going to be out west of 131, and then just to our north as we're getting closer to Gaylord and Mackinac City and the Mackinac Bridge. Those will be the areas that may see the most amount of rain as we get through Friday for Thursday morning. Now, on the long term, again, there really isn't much here. We're going to start to see high pressure build itself. That will be for the weekend, and that gives us some sun. It gives us drier conditions. Most of those rain chances look to stay west of us. I think our next rain chance for now looks to be Tuesday, but even that chance doesn't look the most impressive right now on this model. So we'll keep an eye on it here over the next couple of days. Obviously, always have updated forecasts. If you head over to our weather page at wnem.com/weather, that's where we try to keep you up to date all the time. You can catch our newscast at 4, 5, 5:30, and 6. Obviously, you can catch these streams out. You can also download our weather app. If you scan that QR code that's right below me on the screen, maybe you're watching a Roku TV, or you can just look us up on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You head over there, you look up the TV5 First Alert weather app, and that will help download our weather app, and you can get alerts as they're coming into your city. You get updated forecasts. You can get a lot of information on that. That's another way to get your weather. But quickly looking at our 7-day forecast, and again, there really isn't much. We have those rain chances tomorrow. Maybe a few thunderstorms, but for the most part should be just rain. We'll hold on to 60s for Friday. Then as we head into your weekend for Labor Day weekend, it's warming up just a little bit more. You're up to the 70s for Saturday, the mid to upper Saturday 70s for Sunday, and holding on to those upper 70s for Labor Day. And then look at Tuesday, showing some lower 80s. So I know we've had these fall-like temperatures. Luckily, it does look like we want to get back to the lower 80s at least by mid next week. We'll see how long that holds. Hopefully, it holds on for a little bit longer so people can enjoy those summer-like temperatures, but obviously getting a little bit of a sneak peek of fall here as we get through Wednesday into about Friday, before that warm-up does move itself in. But don't see any questions over on our Facebook chat. I want to thank everyone for joining me here on our Wednesday stream. Again, you can catch us at 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and we will try to splash in a few weather streams on the weekend. If there's severe weather rolling into your area, we'll be live here at the First Alert Digital Desk, keeping you up to date. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to quickly end it on our camera overlooking the Mackinac Bridge. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure you're staying dry as you get through our rainy Thursday so you can enjoy a dry Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Thank you for joining us. Today's stream has been brought to you by Lockhart Roofing.